Dave, I'm grouchy even before we get started today.
There's a lot going on in the world, that's for sure.
Well, one of the main reasons I'm grouchy is because of this attachment right here. If you've watched any of our videos in the past, this is probably my least favorite attachment for a tractor.
Well, this is the first time I've ever had the experience to use one, so I'm kind of looking forward to it myself.
There's got to be one of us. We're going to drill some holes here, 2 different properties, and hopefully we do this without a pipe wrench. Let's get started. Today's adventure, Dave, has been started trying to find the actual auger bit. I don't own a 12-inch auger. I own a 9-inch, and I thought the 9-inch would be the one we'd use all the time. You know, 4x4s, that type of thing,
sure.
Even a 6x6, right? Turns out I think I've used my 9-inch auger like twice, and every other time we have to go rent an auger. So I'm gonna have to get a 12-incher, I think. This is 12-inch is kind of what people end up using, and I've, you know, right at the last minute, went to rent the 12-inch auger and went in there and they said, yeah, somebody broke it just last week. We've ordered a new one.
It sounds like you're not the only one that needs a 12-inch auger more than any other size.
Yeah, and I'm not the only one that's had a grouchy day, apparently. So I went to another rental store and finally found this one. And if you'll notice this hole, look at this hole here. It's like an inch diameter or something.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the same's true on this crossways hole. But we only have a 1/2-inch hole in our auger here. So.
Sure.
So it'll be interesting to see if we can make this thing work.
What grade bolt did you use?
We have a grade 8 bolt in there. The best bolt we can put in. It's a 1/2-inch bolt. The guy at the hardware store was incredibly helpful. Turns out he's a viewer of ours.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah, and he's been watching us for years. And so that made, it reduced the grouchiness this much. So you're not seeing the worst of it.
I did.
Dave, your job is to keep me going vertical.
Okay.
Okay, and probably not by grabbing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Now,
then we might have an even worse day.
Yeah, we might have an even worse day, but to help me, I'll have to back up as we go down into the hole.
Yep.
One other thing I do need to talk about just a little bit. This has come loose here. And so the shield is not in place. So you safety sallies, yes, I know about this. Hey, I do now know of a place I can get replacement shields of about any size that I want. I go to agrostoreusa.com. Same place we get the top links, the hydraulic top links, and they've got these shields. I've got to figure out now which one I need. I honestly didn't know, or at least hadn't remembered until this morning when I got this thing out, that this particular one was bad.
Yeah.
Again, another grouchy day with the post hole digger. Here we go. Now we dug this out several years ago, so I happen to know that there's about 18 inches of mulch. You need me back further? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, go ahead and come on back. Little more.
Good now?
Little more. That's probably good right there. How deep are you going? The full 4?
Probably as far as I can go. Last time I showed this, in fact, the only other time I've ever shown this digger on video has been with the 1025R. And the problem with the 1025R is it doesn't have enough horsepower to be able to run it slowly, sometimes not even enough to be able to run it at full throttle when the auger is digging down aggressively. The other problem is that I can't pick it up if it wants to try to dig down aggressively. Of course, I've had a bunch of people say, oh, you just need to lift it up more often. Well, yeah, I edited out of the prior videos showing us lifting it up to try to clean it. repeatedly. Believe me, with the 1025R and the limited capacity, it's just hard to do that. Another problem with not being able to go backwards is you can't clean the auger. I guess we really don't have to have it clean. I just need to know that the hole's pretty clean.
Yeah, that's better. There you go.
Maybe it wasn't worth getting grouchy over. I think having the 3R makes a big difference. Now, in really hard soils, a lot of people have trouble getting them to dig. I've never had any issue with my own auger because it's still got really sharp teeth on it. I think we may be having a little trouble with this one. The newer versions of this auger come with a big handle, and I think that big extended handle can help you to pry a little bit downward on it, and it can also help you to align it vertically. It's not wanting to go down, Dave. Can you do anything to pry on it downward or without endangering yourself?
Let's go ahead and pull it out and see where we're at. You can tell this soil here is drier than our last hole.
Totally different.
Yeah.
I think we're hitting a rock.
Yeah, I think we are. We're hitting something.
What do you think?
I think we need to clean it out again.
Okay. It's acting like it wants to get through that. Maybe a root rather than a rock.
Well, you're
There she
through it.
goes. That's all I wanted to lift. This will be the first time we're not trying to go deeper.
Yeah. Much better.
You're happy, or are you
Yeah, I think that's good.
happy with the other one?
I think so.
Okay, I just got backed up and ready to do this, and the authorities reminded me that this is too big of an auger for these. They needed the 9-inch auger for these, and naturally I didn't bring it. Did I tell you I was having a grouchy day? So we'll go do Dave's holes, and we'll have to come back to this. How do you want them lined up with your building is my question.
Well, I was thinking basically the post would line up with the building.
So that would mean I need to go back further,
A little bit, yeah. And the other thing is I don't know what we're going to get into, if there's going to be foundation down there.
You know, from what we've dug here before, we found concrete a lot of places.
Yeah.
So we got through it. whatever
Yeah.
it was. I'm going to come up once here while it's still running.
Okay. I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's got a lot of dirt in it. Doing this close to the building is not easy.
Yeah. Perfect.
About as good as I can do. Now, what are you going to do? 8 foot total from the wall?
Yeah. So the next one's going to have to be about 4.
4 foot from the wall.
Which would put us right here.
Now, a lot of this wobble, for those of you at home, is because we've got the wrong size auger. The hole for the auger is bigger than the shaft on the drill. And so it that forces it to, well, it just gives it the ability to slide back and forth like that.
What we're doing, or what I'm attempting to do, is basically create an area where all the shavings, all the litter from the livestock that we have.
Yeah, last summer when we were here, we had a big pile of manure right here.
Yep,
Shavings, manure, everything.
That's right. Yeah, that's exactly right here. And so really the goal is to be able to put up a barrier here and keep it behind it, make it to where it's not an eyesore. And really, you know, then I've also got the ability to compost it too if I want to.
Okay.
So, you know, there's multiple things, but really the big thing is to make it look nicer. Perfect.
You're going to build 2 walls here, right? With posts and treated lumber, and then you're going to put this slag.
Yep.
What do you think about the slag that we did last summer?
I really like it. You know, it really has leveled out kind of nice. I have noticed the more water you add to it, like when we're washing pigs, right where we added all that water, it's rock hard.
Oh, so much better with the 3 Series tractor.
Say
The 3R, that is.
it seems like we've got enough horsepower to get the job done.
Yeah.
And I backed the truck up to it on top of it. I backed the trailer on it. Been able to use it just like I would a driveway or
Concrete,
anything.
right?
Yeah. Yep.
Those don't look very symmetrical, Dave.
It seems like that one's a little closer, but I think I ought to be able to keep it on this side of the hole a little bit. That's pretty good.
Okay, a lot of this is exposed. I get that. But I don't see this as that dangerous of an attachment. I think you could use it dangerously, but I think if you watch what you're doing, it shouldn't be that dangerous of an attachment.
So basically, kind of my thoughts are every 4 foot we're putting a hole. Okay, so about right there.
It's the way they're supposed to work. Those rocks are hard to get out of there. They just roll right down there.
Maybe one more time. Just going to line this one up with the building and that last hole we did.
Having trouble on our last hole here. At least we've made it this far without any issues. There's something hard in this one. I thought maybe I'd talk a little bit about this, just how this works. That way Dave gets to use the shovel. But the challenge here is that the rod that I have on the post hole digger is smaller diameter than the hole here in this auger. If you're buying your own augers, you would buy compatible augers. I just rented this one I think I probably do need to get a 12-incher. I'm not sure whether to get it for this auger or whether to get it for the big Rhino auger we have for the front of Johnny 5, actually, because it works so much nicer. What I'm finding with this one is, at a high level, I have trouble with the accuracy, right? It wants to go left and right. There's a lot of variability here. Some of it's in the 3-point arms, of course, but I've got them tight. Most of it's in the top link, and you can't really change that. I say top link. You don't actually use the top link with a digger like this. It does flex, and that flex makes it difficult. Now, the basic challenge is twofold. One, you don't have any down pressure, so you can't push down on it at all. 3-point hitch typically doesn't have down pressure. A rare occasion you can get a 3-point hitch with down pressure. But even then, it doesn't work like you think it's gonna, because you know the tractor's somewhat light, and a lot of times that down pressure is not gonna work. The other negative about this style is it can't go backwards, right? So you're only forwards. You can never back out when you're in trouble. You got that one dug yet, Dave?
Yeah. Hopefully I got the rocks out to where you can get a bite now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, well that's good.
We can get another try.
Okay, so anyway, those are the challenges with this machine. But I don't know how much they are now. I think I paid $500 for it. Now that was pre-apocalypse, obviously, so I don't know what it would be now. Probably double that. But I believe I paid $549 for mine at Tractor Supply with the auger, something like that. I mean, it was a deal.
Okay.
Lots of rocks, Dave. I don't think it's those wimpy little rocks that we're hitting. Well, you're able to dig right in there.
Yeah, that's why it's weird that you can't get a bite with that thing.
Well, when you get that down to about 4 feet with your shovel, oh, there it is.
Can you go forward a little bit?
I can, but that would make it easy for you.
Oh my.
Dave, I don't really think that's the best place for a hole.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that might be long enough.
I think that's long enough. Did I say that I was grouchy?
I think you did, yeah.
And you're panting.
A little bit.
Yeah, so I don't know. Seriously, I don't know if there's anything we can do.
I would say we've got plenty of room there for what we're going to use this for.
Got those done, Dave. We've got a few more holes to drill, but I'm afraid we're going to run out of daylight.
Yeah, we're getting close.
So I think we're going to have to let you guys go. I'll let you know either via Facebook, Instagram, or a YouTube comment. Maybe I'll pin a comment here if we have any difficulty with the other 6 holes. But our plan is to put the 9-inch auger on and get those knocked out without any issues. I want to end my grouchiness right here.
Hopefully tomorrow will be a better day for Tim.
Yep, hopefully so. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you're not grouchy today. We'll see you next time on Tractor Time with Tim. People will flee to caves in the rocks and to holes in the ground from the fearful presence of the Lord and the splendor of his majesty when he rises to shake the earth.